The budget of 2025. What are we going to be discussing today? I'm going to be making this video for UK-based investors, my audience, anyone who wants to know a bit more about, how the budget's going to affect us as individuals and as investors. So what an eventful day. The OBR report got leaked 2 hours prior, and as a result, the market reacted before Rachel Reeves even got to the stand. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the points that I think are most important for, people who watch my sort of channel. You will find out more that comes out today. I'm sure other channels are going to be talking about it, but let's go straight into it. So the first massive one is more tax to be paid by everyone, because they're going to once again freeze the income tax thresholds, keep it to what it is currently all the way up till 2031. That's going to cause a lot more people to be put into higher tax bracket, something called fiscal drag. It doesn't seem like a tax increase until you start earning more than around £50,000 and you have to pay 40% tax on anything above that. You might be thinking, that's not too bad. I'm just going to salary sacrifice and reduce my taxable income. But they've got you there too, because now any contribution over £2,000 as a salary sacrifice is now going to be liable for a national insurance contribution. So that's really bad, because not only have they gone for your income, they have now gone for your pensions too. I know a lot of people were earning well over £50,000-60,000 and they were fine. They were paying 20%, tax, but now anything over £2,000 and it's going to count as a personal pension contribution, and you're going to be liable to pay national insurance, and that's something you never get back. So another tax that I thought was super interesting is the new mansion tax. If your house is worth more than £2 million, you're going to be paying an increase in council tax, essentially a high value council tax for those properties. I'm not sure it affects most people in the UK, but honestly, looking at how house prices are increasing, £2 million in London, for example, is not that outlandish. It's not necessarily a mansion. Any other parts of the country, £2 million is going to get you a castle in some places around where I live. So I get that. But for people in London, unfortunately, that could be bad news. Okay, so let's get straight into the investing side of things. So first things first, let's talk about the ISA, individual savings account. We've been speculating on this for over 2 years now. Someone who has started a finance channel around 3 years ago. I've been hearing about this for ages now. And finally, Rachel Reeves has gone and done it. The cash ISA allowance now is £12,000, down from £20,000. So this means within your cash ISA, you can only deposit a maximum of £12,000 per tax year, which is bad news for a lot of savers, as they prefer the cash ISA because of its low risk, ease of use, and your nominal value never goes down. If you are worried by this and affected by this, there is, however, a small workaround. It's not 100% perfect, but it does work in my opinion. For example, on Trading 212, if you have a cash ISA, all you have to really do is to transfer it into a stocks and shares ISA. Now, within the stocks and shares ISA, what you can do is to actually keep cash, and if you enable interest on that cash, which you absolutely don't have to do, you can still deposit a maximum of £20,000 into your stocks and shares ISA and gain interest on that cash. It is worth mentioning that versus a cash ISA, the stocks and shares ISA does come with risk. Although the risk is very low, the Trading 212 stocks and shares ISA, for example, will put your cash into qualifying money market funds and a mixture of banks too. So do bear that in mind, and it's not a 100% workaround from actually putting your money into a cash ISA. Once again, your capital could be at risk. If you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, then all you have to do is to press the 3 horizontal line menu over here. Scroll all the way down until you see the section Use Promo Code. And in this section, just enter the code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. So more bad news for investors and limited company owners, because the rate of dividends tax is going to increase once again. So from April 2026, the basic rate dividends tax is going to go up from 8.75% to a whopping 10.75%. So if you are an investor who receives a lot of dividends outside of a stocks and shares ISA, if you make more than £500 in dividends, that dividends tax is going to go up. This is very bad news for limited company owners, as taking out money from a limited company usually means you're going to pay yourself a mixture of salary plus dividends, and that's going to go up by 2%, which is actually pretty bad, especially for someone like me. The higher rate dividends tax is also going up from 33.75% to 35.75%. Honestly, this makes a big difference. And once again, this is not the best news for investors. Now, I tried to make this video as concise as possible so I can get it out as soon as possible. So make sure to check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next video.